here. Okay, just
That's
private.
the one tonight, rotation-wise. 16 Grant minutes, just nothing.
So I know I do this all the time because I'm obsessed and, probably the only person on the planet at this point. But I really was bummed over the Romeo thing because I know.
So, you didn't know it was a thing until today.
Look, again, part of my Romeo thing is as much that I want to see no more Grant minutes. And I feel like if Romeo played, we would have seen fewer. I'm dying to see. To me, it's almost like the Cam Newton Stidham thing. I don't think Stidham was necessarily better than Cam. I just wanted to see something else. I've seen enough of this. It doesn't work. That's kind of what I feel with here. Like, you've seen these guys. I don't want to necessarily see any more of them. Even if I want to see something new. So I was dying to see Romeo come in full health, working out hard, blah, blah, blah. First time fully healthy in his life. And the dude gets freaking, we don't know if he got COVID or if he was around somebody, but we were joking on the thread. It's like getting fired on your day off, getting COVID during the All-Star break.
Brad said he's not.
Friday. He's like Craig and Friday.
Yep.
It's starting to feel like
fired on. How are you going to get COVID
the day off
in the All-Star break, man?
It's starting to feel like a catfish situation. Like, is Romeo even on the team? Like, are we just being catfished this whole? Yeah, has he actually reported to the team this year? Like, they just don't know where he is, and like, listen, we can't keep going with this wrist injury, like, or this hand injury, or whatever it was. Let's just go with COVID now. Let's just say he's got COVID, and then in 2 weeks, he slipped on some ice, and he's like,
he might not be real. He's a replicant.
He might not be real. As a guy who's been catfished, this feels like a catfish situation.
Right.
I mean, they need to know. That's the thing. They need that defense.
Romeo.
Those backdoor cuts, all the stuff we've been saying for the last 3 to 4 months because we have nothing else to go off of. But they need that, right? Protecting the perimeter. They did a terrible job at that against the Brooklyn Nets, so that could help.
Again, Romeo's the guy, and I'm not going to harp too much on his defense because he did have those flashes, but people keyed in on that defense. They're like, this guy's a defender. This guy, he locks down on that end of the floor because I don't think there was too much else to say about him, Like, when he played last year, it was 0-0-0 more often than not. So, right. John, I know like there's promise there, and we might as well give another guy an opportunity. But is it going to be that different from the semi results, the Grant results? I feel like it's going to be generally the same. Like, I know that you got to hold out hope somewhere.
Look, the problem with Romeo offensively is going to be that he's not a knockdown shooter, so you're just not going to get that, and you're not necessarily going to get spacing. I do think, again, this is a person who is a give me the ball, put it in my hand, and let me score type of player, which would go great on a second unit, theoretically.
In Indiana.
Huh?
In Indiana, I don't know if it is in the league.
He's a top 5 high school recruit who could score at will. And again, that was his game. So it's not just Indiana. I mean, that was the thing. He was a legitimate top 3 player entering college. I mean, he was considered the real deal. A lot of people liked a lot of things about his game. He can score, he can finish with creativity. Not a knockdown shooter, but very few people are in their first couple of years. So you want to see some of that. You want to see some slide. Right now, his game was taking it to the basket. I mean, you don't have any of that right now. So I'd love to see some of that. And again, he comes in and he can play defense. You're looking for some wing depth here. My question is, if he did play, do you think Brad would have inserted him directly into the rotation tonight, sink or swim, and it would have been a little bit different? And it didn't happen, so he went with what he went with? Or you think he would have trickled him in there for like 5 minutes and that's it?
I think that's more realistic, especially when this team was struggling and defending the three-pointer. Like, I think you see him out there once Shaman hits his 4th three-pointer. You throw him out there for a few minutes just to sort of, hose him down. But yeah, for sure. I mean, look, you talk about Grant Williams and why does he play him so much? Well, I think the pick and roll defense is a big part of that. And I think if Romeo can just deliver that alone, that's a huge addition to the second unit because you already know everything else is going to be bunnies, right? The backdoor cuts, the running the open floor, like that speed and all that, agility, like that's a given. And I don't think you're necessarily gonna put him in a position to say you have to score for us. So anything you get on the offensive end, it's gonna be a bonus. I'm looking for pick and roll defense. And please stop this guy from making 3-pointers. Like that's his job when he comes back.
He's the Grant Williams stopper. Stop Brad from playing Grant.
Stop Brad from playing Grant, and keep yourself on the floor so Grant doesn't get back on. Something like that.